It's Friday, which means
one more working day.
Weekend off for me.
I'll leave you a list of housework.
And I'll ignore it.
I'll have the gable end pointed, please.
We don't have a gable end.
Well, don't make one.
So we're going to hit the ground running tonight because Gemma is actually going out with friends. Gemma has friends, I don't. So so you'll have me for the remainder of the evening, and I'll show you what I've cooked for what I'm going to cook for tea, and I'll probably take you through some of our Christmas groceries that I've already bought. Oh, it's another exciting haul video. I don't know why I've got this voice.
What's in the fridge? And
mainly
some things
beer. Mainly beer.
Yeah.
No.
And lots of alcohol.
Yes.
And lots of alcohol.
Well, that reminds me, I didn't get any rum because you said you wanted rum.
Yeah,
after the cake. I call the rum. The cake is worse than it's for drinking. Right. Anyway, calendar time.
15.
Whoa, that was just whoa. What? 15.
I'm learning to count from this.
You are. You're just not waiting until I press record.
Green. You were recording, weren't you?
No, as I pressed record, you went 15. It's okay. It's fine. Carry on. Carry on.
It's green. It's a Christmas smell one.
They're all Christmas smells.
So fresh, that one. It's lovely.
It is nice, this one. Not this one yet. This one first.
Ooh, chocolate before me tea.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
This today. 15.
This time I managed to record you screaming 15 at the camera.
Oh, it's the butterscotch one. Oh, is it butterscotch? It's not a clementine in this. Yeah, butterscotch.
I was hoping it would be orange, but I remembered there isn't an orange one.
No, there's the clementine one. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that was it, you. It is nice, the butterscotch one though. 15! What'll it be? Nobody knows.
What'll it be?
It's...
The colour!
It is.
It's not grey or
It's also nothing to do with Star Wars as far as I can tell. I think it's I noticed this on the box. I think it's that this guy pushes it and it's like a snow.
Is it his trolley to go shopping?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I'm never making that because I can't see.
Alright, we'll build it and then we'll be back. And there we have it. Combined with the snow trooper, he's got a little snow blower. So yeah, not really Star Wars related, but kind of fun. I'm gonna play with this for an hour now. Did you like that one?
It was nice to have some colour. It was confusing to build because the instructions are never very clear.
That was not confusing in any way, shape or form. User error.
For someone who doesn't build Lego a lot, that's confusing because it looks like there should be pieces that aren't there because it clearly doesn't tell you to put pieces together. I mean, what if it's a 5-year-old kid putting that together? It'd probably do a better job, wouldn't it?
5-year-old, I was building more complex Lego than that.
I wasn't. I was making little houses with gardens and pretty windows.
Gunga!
Do 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 do. Hey! Do 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 do. Hey!
Do 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 do. Hey! Do 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 do. Hey! Hang on a minute. This guy's like First Order. This guy's a bad guy. She's not a bad guy.
Do 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 do. Hey! Do 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 do. Hey! Trample, 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 trample.
And I am blurred, but back. I've just dropped Gemma off with her friends. I decided to take the time after dropping her off to nip to the Tesco near to us. Tesco being supermarket, like Target, whatever. It's a small one, so even though the Christmas rush is very much a thing now and all the shops are super busy, Tesco near us, actually not too bad. So I got some more beverages for the Christmas festivities, and I got some things for the weekend, and yeah, so I'll show you the beverages because that needs some explanation. So I like to be prepared over the Christmas period, and I don't like to be nipping out every 2 minutes to go and get more things. So I generally buy a substantial quantity of beer, which we will then drink over Christmas and probably well into New Year. As a result, we have 30 cans of Budweiser down at the bottom there. We have 24 bottles of the 13, so that was the one we tried on the calendar, on the Vlogmas the other night, which we quite like. I got 12 cans of Hobgoblin, because when I went to the Asda earlier, I've actually been to 2 supermarkets today. Asda didn't do kegs, so I bought 12 cans of Hobgoblin. And then of course this evening I went to Tesco and they do kegs, but I thought at that point I've already bought enough beer, we're not buying any more. Also bought some sparkling wine for Christmas Day. 2 bottles of Kakapo, which is a white wine that we really like. 2 bottles of Fentimans Cola, which probably won't last until Christmas. The battery is running out. I also bought Jim Beam Red Stag, which is, I was going to get rum, but we haven't had this in a while and we really like it. It's basically Jim Beam, but it's like a, well, Jim Beam being the bourbon, but it's got a black cherry liqueur thing going on. It's really nice in cola. It's like having Jim Beam and cherry cola. As for tonight, those are for tomorrow night. Those are non-alcohol because I'm driving tomorrow night, so I thought I'd have a non-alcoholic beer, and that one's actually quite a nice one for a non-alcoholic beer. Anyway, we're back. I've put a new battery in, so we're not at fear of losing the camera. Tonight I am having a ribeye steak for I always tend to have steak when Gemma's out. Even though she loves steak, I like to cook myself a steak when Gemma goes out. It's like my treat, so I'll go and pick her up later, but I'll have had a nice steak to eat. Some mushrooms, because I love mushrooms, and I would basically live off those. If I was a vegetarian, this would be my entire diet, but I'm not, so there we go. I also have a bit of potato in the oven. I'm also going to cook up a pulled pork, because we're going to a friend's house tomorrow night, and it's they're having a buffet, and he said bring anything you'd like. So I thought, let's get a pulled pork on. So I've got all the barbecue sauce, and I am cheating, I'm just using a slow cooker pulled pork mix, so I'll be doing that later. I will have to clean out the slow cooker though, because we used that just the other day for our chilli, which was fabulous, and I finished off today. So there we go. Tonight is probably going to be cooking, relaxing, a little bit of cleaning now and then, because obviously I've got to get that slow cooker sorted. But yeah, I'll probably take you through some of the things I cook. I'm not exactly a chef, let's just say that. I do like cooking, I just don't excel at it. But isn't that the best way to do it, I suppose. So yeah, I'm just looking at the kitchen now and seeing what I need to clean, and actually Gemma's done a really good job. She did some cleaning the other day, so we're not far off. In keeping with the Christmas beer theme, Christmas beer every night, we didn't have one last night, and since I'm driving tonight, I'm going to have this very, very low alcohol Brewdog Nanny State. Let's see what it tastes like. So here we go, one Brewdog Nanny State. It actually tastes like beer, which is kind of nice, because some of these don't taste of anything, they just taste like water. Tend to seem to find with the non-alcoholic beers, they don't really have much body to the flavour of them, so there's quite a lot of like hoppy flavour to it, there's no real body to it. For an alcoholic beer, it's a different scale really. I couldn't rate this like a normal beer. On the normal beer scale, I'd probably be going around about 2 out of 5. As far as non-alcoholic beers go, this is probably up there, it's like a 3.5, 4, because some of them are really bad, and this is actually quite pleasant and drinkable. So before I eat my tea, I'm going to do this pulled pork, and the first part of this is the part that I ate. I have to get the skin off it, because we're not going to make crackling, we're making pulled pork, and it will never go to crackling because it's slow cooked for like 8 hours. Okay, the pork is ready, and next up is the sauce. Relatively straightforward, it's just the sachet sauce, the pork obviously, which would be a bit of a mix if you didn't have that. Ketchup, brown sugar and cider or white wine vinegar. I actually bought some cider or white wine vinegar this time, which is unusual because I can't stand vinegar, but I'm not making it just for me. So I'm sure it'll cook up just fine and I'll enjoy it. Anyway, on with the sauce. Sauce is done, and that is now all ready for 8 hours of slow cooking on low. State-wise, we're going to have some fun one-handed cooking, because remember that olive oil that I bought the other day? Well, we're going to have a drizzle, whoops, that's more than a drizzle of olive oil on there. But the other thing we're going to add is the last of my Chef's Choice Steak Rub Spice Blend. Oops. The camera will not focus on that, will it? This is actually the steak rub that we got on our last Florida trip, and we're just coming to the end of it now. Well, this is only one of them, we've still got loads of the other one left, and obviously because we're going back to Florida we can get some more, because it was really nice, this stuff. Pricey, but nice. probably just make it myself really, couldn't I? So I cook on a cast iron skillet, and this thing has to be hotter than the surface of the sun. So the minute I can hold my hand there, that means it's not hot enough. When it's smoking, then I'll throw a steak on there. Pan's getting mighty hot now. I think I'm going to go for it. Incoming! Yeah, that's about right. So I'm going to give that about 2.5 to 3 minutes aside. I want it medium rare to medium. And dinner is served. My mushrooms look a bit oily, but I'm sure they'll be lovely. And the steak looks pretty decent. So I'm going to tuck into this now and check out some YouTube maybe in the lounge. So I'll see you later.